us, how will the emphasis on corporate social responsibility impact the way companies market their products and services? Some answers when Asia Business Tonight returns. Stay tuned. Asian consumers are increasingly placing a greater emphasis on corporate social responsibility, or CSR. They want to know that the brands they buy can help them make a difference in a community. So how will this trend impact the way companies market their products or services? Let's find out in this week's edition of Sector Spotlight with Channel News Asia's Melvin Yong.
Our guest tonight is Jonathan Sanchez, who's Regional Director for Asia Pacific at Edelman. He joins me in studio now. John, thank you so much for coming in today. Well, as you know, consumers are pretty hot about socially responsible brands. I mean, they seem to be doing this, I suppose, because of greater awareness of CSR, corporate social responsibility. What does it mean for the marketing industry?
Well, I think it's a time of great change for a number of reasons. Firstly, obviously, the economy is under incredible pressure. And secondly, what our third Edelman annual GoodPurpose study is telling us is that consumers want brands to be more responsible for society and the environment in which we live. I mean, for example, 80% of the people that we questioned globally, of which we included China, India and Japan, are saying they would consider changing brands if that brand was seen to do something good for the environment or good for society. So for marketers, it may be same rules apply in terms of getting money out of clients and businesses and brands, but the way that we convert consumers to buy is changing.
Now, presumably, companies will want to harness on CSR to try to build that sort of brand loyalty that you're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, the statistics prove it's true. 66% of people say that they will continue to buy a brand, even if it costs more, if it did good stuff for the environment or for cause or society. So, you know, good purpose is not just about a tactical way to get a consumer to buy something. In fact, consumers want companies to have longer-term relationships with things that matter to create a more beneficial and successful society. So this can't be for the short haul. To get consumers on board now, the Good Purpose study tells us that you need to do things that are longer-term, not just write checks to good causes, but actually stitch it into the way your organisation operates.
Indeed. How do you get the organisations into this, though? How do you tell them that they can get a competitive advantage by focusing on such CSR brands, so to speak?
Well, I think consumers are telling corporates right now. I mean, we see the rise of a consumer that we call the action consumer, someone who's actually prepared to start a campaign using the flourishing new media channels available, be it Facebook, Twitter, High Five in Thailand, Orca in India. They're starting to ask brands and companies directly to do good. I mean, it doesn't take anybody more than a minute to put a video on YouTube criticising the way a company operates. Look at the man who flew United Airlines and they broke his guitar. He created a song, 5 million viewers, United apologised. So consumers are now empowered enough to have a direct relationship with organisations, even at holding company level, to demand change.
And for the marketing industry, though, do you see certain trends emerging for next year in 2010?
Well, like I said, I think the action consumer is a trend that we're seeing a lot more of, more empowerment directly from consumers. I think we're seeing growth in what we call mutual social responsibility, and that's where consumers now, as the Good Purpose study says, are not only happy to see brands do the right thing, they're also happy for brands to charge a bit more to do that, but they want to be involved in that communication chain. So companies, we believe, that will succeed moving forward will be those that actually put consumers at the heart of what they do to do the right thing for them.
Okay, we'll leave it there for now. John, thank you so much for coming in today. John Sanchez there from Edelman.